We knew we were in for some rain, and we needed to fix some problems before they became a major ordeal. Here we are at the culvert in the middle stock tank. It's right above where the pigs are. About a year ago, we had a break in the dam on this stock tank. We filled it in and we put a culvert there so we could hopefully control the flow of water through a culvert instead of over the dirt eroding it away. What we're trying to do is put concrete all around the bottom of that culvert so that all the water is forced into it and not under it or to the side of it, like it was doing. And down came the rains. Well, we've had just a little bit of rain lately. It rained for, I think, 3 nights and 2 days non-stop. When the stock tanks get this full, they start overflowing in places they normally don't. This is Jenny's pen, where her babies are. Luckily they're on concrete right there. Neville's in the pen where the culvert drains into, so this is kind of normal, except not quite this much water. Everybody's okay, everybody has a higher place to go to. Luckily I have been faced with this before. Should I forge the river or float the wagon? I forged it. We have a little less than 4 inches in like 2 days. It dried out pretty good after a week, right before it rained again and we got another inch. But despite the mud, they're pigs, so they love it. We let each group with their mamas out every other day during the day. After the freeze and before the flood, I had a chicken with foamy eyes. I looked it up and it said it was Mycoplasma gallisepticum. It means foamy eyes and stuff. It said to give them vitamins or a list of other things, and I was like, I have some vitamins, I'll try that out. She did start to get better before I gave her the vitamins, but she'll only get better with them. Everything I've read says that she could possibly pass it to the rest of the flock, but it hasn't happened. It's been 2 weeks and she's completely healed. And apparently she's going to carry this virus or whatever it is around for the rest of her life. She could pass it to her babies, but I don't intend on incubating any of these eggs. She could also have thinned eggshells on her eggs, so I may have to cull her for that, but we'll see what happens.
Up.
Lucy, the black cow that just walked in, gave us a January calf last year, so we've been looking for one in January this year. We've been checking her back in, checking her udder and everything, and she is starting to bag up, which means her udder is filling with milk. She could do this for about a month, or it could be tomorrow when she has her calf. Either way, we need to keep an eye on her, and we have been. Well, it'll be here before we know it. The goats are 3 weeks away from starting to kid. There is one goat we're a little more concerned about, and that is Elise. Elise has been bagged up, I'm gonna guess, for a few weeks now, and she's already starting to swell back there. She's really not showing signs of keeping that baby in there the whole time. I have seen that they can have preemies up to 2 weeks early and have a chance at living, but not really any earlier than that. So she's gotta hold off for at least another couple weeks. Hopefully longer than that. Hopefully she keeps them in there the full term. As far as the goats, everybody else is looking great. As far as my ewe Katniss, I have no idea when her due date is, but I will be watching her closely, and I have been. I'm gonna guess mid-March. Before all the babies come, luckily Mary showed us that some of the parts of this playground are rotten out. Here's the culprit. It rotted out and some of the top boards flipped up as Mary was jumping off, and it made her cartwheel and land on her back, but she and the baby should be fine. At least it happened now, and we can fix it before the babies get here. Several years back, there was a dog attack, and these are the 3 turkeys I had left. I said they'd get to live out the rest of their life, but that's why I have 2 toms and a hen. This area back here is where I used to have a nesting box for Mavis. It was made of scraps, it wasn't great at moving with the rest of the pen, and I ended up deconstructing it. It's been sitting outside the barn for a while, and I finally put it back together. It's time to move their pen, and I think I'll move it there. And then they can work their way around the corrals, just on new grass. That way they're not sitting in their own poop, and I don't have to smell a buildup of poop. And they're fertilizing the grass. We had to stop construction on the greenhouse for a while because of the freeze and then the flood. We're finally back to it. Here's where it was before all that happened. This is the notch that will attach the trusses to the top of the greenhouse. In order to make more accurate cuts on each of the trusses, we went up and down off of ladders, and we were measuring over here and passing the level and passing this and that. It was a big ordeal, but we got it done. It may not look like we were able to get much done, but tune in to the next episode to see what else happens and what it looks like in the end. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe. I upload most Sundays, and you can keep watching us grow our farm. Have a good one.